Welcome back to Charette Theory, where we dive deep into how thoughtful interior design can reshape your daily life. Today, we're talking about a space that sets the tone for your entire day, your bedroom. If you've ever felt like your mornings start off cluttered, rushed, or just uninspired, your bedroom design could be a big part of the problem and the solution. A modern minimal bedroom is one of the simplest ways to bring more ease and freshness into your mornings, especially as spring arrives. In this video, we'll look at how you can create a bedroom that feels light, open, and intentionally calming, without feeling cold or empty. You'll learn how to choose the right colors, the kind of furniture that works best, how to declutter without regret, and what small but impactful details can transform your routine from the moment you open your eyes. By the end, you'll have practical steps to turn your bedroom into a space that not only looks beautiful, but also supports a more peaceful, energizing start to every spring day. Let's get started. Before we jump in, if you love exploring inspiring design ideas and architectural stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on what's coming next. Alright, let's get into it. The heart of a modern minimal bedroom really begins with its color palette. This is what sets the mood for everything else in the space. In spring, the goal is to mirror the feeling of a fresh, clear morning right inside your room. That's why lighter shades are the backbone of a calming minimal style. They make the room feel larger, brighter, and naturally more restful when daylight starts streaming in. Start with your walls, because they have the biggest impact. If you're planning to repaint or refresh your finish, go for a soft, warm white, not a stark, cold white. Off-white shades with a hint of cream or a touch of grey work beautifully too. They soften the light and stop the room from feeling too clinical. If you'd like a subtle variation, you could also try the palest taupe or a very light greige. These work well if you have a lot of natural wood furniture or flooring. Next, look at your bedding and textiles. Keeping your base layers neutral is key. Think fresh white sheets, an oatmeal tone duvet cover, or light grey pillowcases. These basics create a clean canvas that's easy to maintain and always looks fresh. To stop it feeling flat, layer in soft hints of color that feel like spring. Pastel shades are perfect, pale sage greens that hint at new leaves, dusty rose for a soft warmth, or muted sky blue for an airy, open feel. But use these gently. It's not about covering the bed in patterns or bold splashes. Instead, add a single pastel cushion, a lightweight linen throw folded neatly at the end of the bed, or a subtle pattern pillowcase. If you want to extend this palette beyond the bed, look at your small decor items. Try repeating these gentle tones with a framed print above your nightstand, a simple ceramic pot on a shelf, or a small glass vase on the dresser. When colors repeat quietly, they guide the eye smoothly around the space and create a natural, calming flow. The room feels intentional, not random. An extra detail many people overlook is the finish of your surfaces. For a true modern minimal look, stick to matte finishes and natural materials whenever you can. Matte painted walls, linen or cotton bedding, raw ceramics, unfinished wood. Shiny, glossy surfaces can feel jarring and break up that soft light you've created. One last tip, keep your palette consistent season to season, but adjust your accents as needed. In spring, you might lean into soft pastels. In summer, you could add hints of fresh whites and crisp linen textures. In autumn, you might switch the pastels for warmer neutrals like warm grays or muted clay tones, all without changing your base colors. When your color palette works in harmony, you'll notice it every morning. Waking up feels easier, like you're stepping into a quiet, gentle space that clears your mind for the day ahead. That's the power of getting these light, airy tones just right. Once your color palette sets a light, fresh tone, your furniture is what really decides whether your bedroom feels open and restful, or crowded and distracting. In a modern minimal bedroom, every piece of furniture should feel like it has room to breathe. It's about choosing quality over quantity and making sure that each piece serves a clear purpose without overpowering the space. Start with the bed, it's always the anchor. A modern minimal bed works best when it's low profile, simple, and slightly lifted off the floor so you can see more of the open space beneath it. A slim platform bed without a chunky headboard instantly makes the room look lighter. If you like having a headboard for comfort, pick one that's thin and upholstered in a plain fabric, or use a simple wooden slat design that ties in with the natural textures of your room. Next, think about your nightstands. These small pieces can easily weigh down a space if they're bulky or overly ornate. Floating nightstands are a clever choice. They attach directly to the wall, freeing up floor space underneath and adding to that feeling of openness. If you prefer freestanding tables, pick ones with slim legs and clean lines. Drawers are fine if you need the storage, but keep the hardware minimal. Flat panels and push-to-open drawers help maintain a sleek look. If you have space for a dresser or wardrobe, make it count. Choose something with a simple silhouette, no excessive moldings or decorative panels. A light wood or white laminate dresser with flat fronts blends easily into a modern minimal scheme and won't dominate the room. If you're short on floor space, consider a tallboy dresser instead of a wide, low one. This keeps more floor visible and makes your ceiling feel higher. When it comes to extra furniture like benches or chairs, be intentional. A single accent chair in a neutral fabric can work well if you actually use it, but don't let it become a clutter magnet for clothes and bags. A bench at the foot of the bed is stylish, but only keep it if it doesn't block the flow of the room or add unnecessary clutter. Material choice makes a big difference, too. Light wood, matte metal, or neutral-toned laminates are your best bets for a fresh, modern look. Avoid heavy, dark finishes unless you balance them carefully with plenty of light elsewhere in the room. Natural finishes, raw wood, simple linen upholstery, fit right in with the minimal style and feel timeless through every season. The hidden bonus of minimal furniture is how easy it makes your daily routine. Fewer pieces mean less to clean around, less visual noise when you wake up, and fewer places for clutter to gather unnoticed. This is what gives a modern minimal bedroom that calm, spacious energy. You're surrounded only by what you truly need, so your mind stays clear and your mornings start with a sense of ease. When each piece of furniture feels light and intentional, your bedroom becomes a place where you can fully rest and recharge, exactly what you want as you step into each fresh spring day. Once you've chosen a fresh color palette and furniture that feels light and intentional, the next step is what truly transforms your modern minimal bedroom: decluttering and simplifying. This step makes all the difference between a room that looks minimal and one that feels minimal every time you wake up. Start with the obvious, what you can see. Look around at every surface in your bedroom: if your nightstands, dresser tops, window seals, even the floor beside your bed. Ask yourself honestly, do you really need every single item that's sitting there? If it's not something you reach for daily or that genuinely lifts your mood, it's likely just visual noise that blocks the fresh, airy feel you want for spring. Your nightstand, for example, should hold only what you truly use at night or first thing in the morning, maybe a lamp with a warm bulb, a small clock or phone stand, a glass of water, and perhaps one book you're actually reading. If your nightstand is covered with old receipts, random chargers, or stacks of unread books, that clutter is the first thing your eyes see when you wake up, and it sets a tone of chaos rather than calm. Move to your bed. For many people, the bed becomes a storage zone for extra blankets, piles of throw pillows, or clothes that don't quite make it to the closet. Be strict about what stays. Your bedding should be easy to make every morning. Keep decorative pillows to a minimum. 1 or 2 accent cushions are enough to add texture without becoming a chore to toss on the floor every night. If you use extra blankets in winter, now is the time to pack them away in a storage bin or vacuum bag and reclaim that sense of openness for spring. Next, tackle hidden clutter, the closet and drawers. This is where a lot of mental weight hides out of sight but still affects how restful your room feels. Open your closet and honestly assess what you haven't worn in the last year. Spring is the perfect time to let go of bulky winter clothes you didn't reach for, or anything that doesn't fit the way it should. Donate what you can and pack away seasonal items you'll need later. If your drawers are overflowing, do the same: empty them out, sort items into keep, donate, or store piles, and then put things back in neatly so they open and close easily. If you're short on space, get smart with hidden storage. Use low-profile bins under the bed to store off-season bedding or clothes. Consider baskets or fabric bins inside your wardrobe to corral smaller items so they don't spill out onto shelves. One extra detail: look at your walls. Many people try to fill every blank space with art, photos, or hanging decor. In a modern minimal bedroom, negative space is part of the design. Blank walls give the eye a place to rest and make the room feel more open. So be selective. 1 or 2 pieces of wall art are enough to add personality without overcrowding the space visually. Decluttering isn't just about tidying up, it's about changing how your bedroom supports you. When there's less to manage and less to look at, your mind has space to breathe. Getting up in the morning feels calmer because you're not faced with mess or reminders of things left undone. And each evening, it's easier to wind down when your surroundings are clear and uncluttered. A modern minimal bedroom doesn't happen by accident, it's a result of conscious editing and a commitment to only keeping what truly serves you. Once you get the hang of it, you'll notice that your space not only looks different, it feels lighter, fresher, and ready to greet every spring morning with a clear mind. With your bedroom decluttered and simplified, the next layer that makes a modern minimal space feel truly fresh for spring is how you handle light and textiles. These two elements can completely transform the mood of your room without adding clutter or bulk. Let's start with natural light. In a modern minimal bedroom, natural light should feel like an intentional part of the design, not an afterthought. If your windows are covered with heavy blackout drapes left over from winter, consider swapping them out for something lighter as the days get longer. Sheer curtains made from linen or cotton are ideal for spring. They filter daylight softly, giving your bedroom that airy, diffused glow that makes everything feel open and peaceful. If you need privacy but still want maximum light, you can pair sheer curtains with simple roller blinds. Open them fully during the day to flood the room with daylight, then lower them at night when you need to shut out streetlights or early sunrises. Pay attention to how your bed is positioned, too. If you're able to move it, think about whether you'd rather wake up with sunlight washing gently across the room rather than hitting your face directly. Sometimes shifting your bed just a few feet can make a big difference in how welcoming that morning light feels. Mirrors are another quiet way to amplify natural light in a minimal bedroom. A single, frameless mirror opposite your window will bounce light into corners that might otherwise stay dim, and unlike adding more lamps or fixtures, it doesn't clutter the space at all. Now, turn your focus to textiles. Many people think minimal means stark and cold, but in reality, it's thoughtful texture that keeps a minimal space feeling warm and comfortable. Your bedding is where you'll see this most clearly. Choose breathable fabrics like cotton or linen. These feel fresh against the skin and look casual but refined. White or soft neutral sheets are timeless, but don't be afraid to add gentle color in your duvet or pillow covers if you want to echo that spring palette you chose earlier. Layer lightly rather than piling on heavy blankets or multiple throws. A single lightweight quilt or a thin linen blanket folded at the end of the bed adds dimension without visual clutter. A simple waffle knit throw or a fringed linen blanket can bring just enough tactile interest to keep the space from feeling flat. Rugs are another practical way to add softness and tie the room together. In a modern minimal bedroom, go for a flat weave rug in a natural fiber like jute, cotton, or wool. Choose light, neutral tones to keep the room feeling bright. Place it partly under the bed so your feet land on something soft every morning. It's a small touch that makes your bedroom feel calm and finished. One more detail to remember: keep your textile pattern subtle. If you use any at all, stick to quiet, understated designs, a thin stripe, a tiny grid, or a delicate weave. Loud prints or bold colors tend to break up the calm visual flow that's so important in a modern minimal bedroom. When you combine soft, natural light with gentle, breathable textiles, you create a bedroom that feels like an invitation to slow down, not just when you wake up, but all through the day. Every time you open the blinds or pull back your airy curtains, you'll feel that quiet reminder: your bedroom is your own little sanctuary for clear, peaceful mornings and restful nights. By the way, if you're enjoying this so far, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. We've got a lot more ideas coming your way. Now, back to the details. With your light, color, furniture, and textiles working together, the final step in shaping a modern minimal bedroom for fresh spring mornings is adding thoughtful finishing touches, the small details that bring warmth, personality, and quiet life into your space without ever tipping it back into clutter. The secret here is restraint. In a minimal bedroom, every finishing touch should feel chosen, not random, a handful of simple details that feel personal and seasonal but never busy or overwhelming. One of the easiest and most rewarding ways to do this is with greenery. A modern minimal bedroom with no signs of life can sometimes feel cold, but just a single healthy plant instantly softens that edge and ties your indoor space to the freshness of spring outdoors. You don't need to turn your bedroom into a jungle, 1 or 2 plants are enough. A small potted fern on the floor near a window, a snake plant in a plain ceramic pot, or a trailing pothose on a floating shelf. These simple choices bring in subtle color and a sense of calm. If you're not keen on houseplants, even a single glass vase with a stem of eucalyptus or a handful of spring branches can do the job. These little signs of nature remind you every morning that the season is changing and your bedroom is changing with it. Next, think about artwork. Keep it simple and intentional. 1 or 2 pieces are plenty in a modern minimal bedroom. Consider a calm, abstract print in muted colors that echoes your palette, or a soft landscape photograph that makes you feel at ease. Hang art at eye level and leave plenty of negative space around it. This blank space is what gives your room that open, airy feeling. Lighting can also be one of your best finishing touches. A small bedside lamp with a warm, soft bulb creates a gentle glow at night and helps wind down your day calmly. Choose a lamp with a simple design, a slim wooden base, a white linen shade, something that blends naturally with the rest of your space. If you like, you could add a small reading light with a minimalist design mounted to the wall. This frees up surface space on your nightstand too. A lightly scented candle is another thoughtful detail, just be careful not to overdo it. In a modern minimal bedroom, a single candle in a natural scent, maybe linen, sandalwood, or a soft floral, is plenty. Place it somewhere you'll actually use it, on your nightstand, your dresser, or a small shelf near the bed. When you light it in the evening or first thing in the morning, it subtly anchors you to the ritual of quiet, intentional living. Storage can even be part of your finishing touches if you treat it intentionally. A single woven basket for an extra throw blanket, a plain ceramic dish for jewelry or your watch. These tiny functional details help your room stay organized while adding a bit of texture and interest. Remember, it's not about filling every corner. It's about choosing just enough finishing touches to make your bedroom feel warm, personal, and gently seasonal. A room that feels minimal but not empty, styled but never cluttered, calm but never cold, that's the real magic of thoughtful finishing touches. With a few meaningful choices, a healthy plant, a piece of calming art, warm light, a subtle scent, you give your bedroom its own quiet character that welcomes you every morning, ready for the freshness that spring brings. You've explored the colors, the furniture, the light, and those quiet finishing touches, but to keep your modern minimal bedroom feeling fresh every spring morning, you need a few practical habits to hold it all together. A minimal bedroom works best when it stays minimal, which means small, consistent routines make a huge difference over time. The good news is these tips aren't complicated, they're tiny daily choices that protect all the effort you've put into designing a space that feels light, clear, and welcoming. First, keep your floors clear. This is one of the simplest ways to instantly make your bedroom feel larger and calmer. Try to get in the habit of putting clothes away every day. That means no piles on the floor, no stacks of laundry at the end of the bed, no shoes scattered by the nightstand. A single storage basket or a slim laundry hamper tucked in the closet can help you stick to this. Second, limit how much you put on top of your nightstands and dressers. It's so easy for flat surfaces to collect clutter, mail, keys, old mugs, half-read books. Get in the habit of doing a quick check every evening, clear off anything that doesn't belong, wipe the surface if needed, and set it back to your simple essentials. This 1-minute routine does wonders for keeping your bedroom looking and feeling uncluttered day after day. Use hidden storage smartly. If you have things you really do need, extra blankets, out-of-season bedding, or backup pillows, store them out of sight but easy to reach. Underbed bins are perfect for this. Choose low-profile containers that slide in and out smoothly so they don't become more trouble than they're worth. When it comes to your closet and drawers, think of them as an extension of your minimal room. Twice a year, spring and fall, do a mini check-in. What's piling up that you don't wear? What's crowding your drawers for no reason? Get in the habit of packing away or donating what you don't use so your storage works with you, not against you. Another simple but powerful habit: open your windows. Whenever the weather allows, even just for a few minutes each morning. Fresh air clears out stale smells, resets the feel of your bedding and textiles, and brings a natural, seasonal freshness that ties your indoor space to what's happening outside. If outdoor air quality isn't ideal, an air purifier is a smart, subtle way to keep your room feeling clean without any extra fuss. Finally, build a 5-minute daily reset into your routine. Before you leave the room in the morning or before you turn off the lights at night, take a moment to fluff your pillows, fold your throw blanket, check for stray clutter, and straighten your nightstand. It's a tiny ritual, but it keeps your minimal bedroom feeling intentional and calm every single day, so you never wake up feeling weighed down by yesterday's mess. These practical habits don't take much time, but they protect the effort you've made to create a calm, light-filled bedroom. They keep your mornings feeling open, your nights restful, and your mind clear, which is exactly what modern minimal design is all about. By now, you can see that creating a modern minimal bedroom isn't just about styling a pretty room, it's about setting up an environment that actually supports you every single morning. When you combine a fresh, airy color palette, simple furniture that feels light and purposeful, thoughtful decluttering, plenty of natural light, soft comforting textiles, and just a few carefully chosen finishing touches, you're giving yourself the gift of space to breathe and reset each day. Modern minimalism isn't about having less just for the sake of it, it's about stripping away what you don't need so what you do keep can truly serve you. It's about knowing that when you wake up, you're not immediately overwhelmed by mess or distracted by visual noise. Instead, you're greeted by a calm, open space that invites you to move slowly and gently into your day. Spring is the perfect time to make this change. As the days grow longer and the air feels fresher, your bedroom can mirror that sense of renewal. It doesn't have to cost a fortune or take weeks of renovation. Sometimes all it takes is a fresh coat of paint, moving a piece of furniture to free up space, editing down what you own to only the things you use and love, and letting in more light and air. What you get back is so much more than an aesthetic. You get back time, peace of mind, and a daily sense of ease. A space that encourages rest when you need it and clarity when you're ready to begin again. So as you look around your bedroom now, ask yourself what small step you can take today. Maybe it's clearing off your nightstand, washing your bedding and choosing lighter layers, or opening your closet and letting go of what no longer fits this season of your life. Each small action adds up to a room that feels new, open, and ready to support you, not just through spring but into every season ahead. If you found this video helpful, we'd love for you to subscribe to Charette Theory, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us, what's one thing you're changing in your bedroom to bring in that fresh, minimal feeling this spring? We read every comment, and we're always inspired by how you bring these ideas to life in your own homes. Thank you for spending this time with us. We hope you wake up tomorrow in a space that feels clearer, lighter, and ready to greet your day with calm confidence. Until next time, take care and keep designing a life that feels good to live in.